just wrapped up a work session and took a little break. Now I'm back to continue working on my app navigation and UI. I'm in a place where I'm trying to figure out the best way to organize and display the content for navigating. The app has become quite large and there's lots of tools. So I want to make sure I help people find the tools they need without getting overwhelmed, because I think right now it's unintentionally very overwhelming, and obviously I don't want that for people. I don't want that to be the tool that I'm offering. So I've been doing some brainstorming around how I want to position the navigation, if I want to make it more tailored toward like their like where they are in their mindset versus like what the tools function, how they function. I prefer to keep things as simple as possible, but I find that sometimes, ironically, oversimplifying it can be more complicated because the words, when they're stripped down, can kind of lose their meaning in context of technology. So with that in mind, I'm trying to figure out how I want to position these various tools, because that's really what this app is a collection of tools to help business owners and self-employed people run their businesses in a way that works for them. So I'm kind of doing two things at the same time, and if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that's just kind of how I do things, unfortunately. I like to multitask, so yeah, okay. I'm doing a little bit of that navigation stuff, and then at the same time I'm having Claude Code help me with update one of the tools, the values tool. So okay. I realized that like my name for the values tool is kind of crummy. I need a better one, and I don't really feel like now's the time to a brainstorming session on that. Okay. I'm also realizing that I have some tools that are built into the club. There's like a community club area within the app, and I'm realizing that some of the stuff that's in there actually should be tools that are in the app itself. So I'm going to add that to my list of things to do, is to pull those things out. Okay. also, I think I'm trying to be aware of how much thinking out loud I'm doing versus being quiet, and what your preference is. I asked in one of my other videos if you actually watch these or if you just listen, and said, I'm a listener most of the time. When I'm watching videos like this, I'm not actually watching, so I don't really put much effort into making my area beautiful or anything like that. Like right now I have my keyboard sitting on top of my notebook because it's helping keep from like all the excess noise, and I have like my mic on something and I'm using my other notebook for a mousepad. It's very messy, it's very confusing. It's actually a little bit different than how I usually have it, just to kind of soften some of the excess noise, but I also don't know how much people are actually watching. End of the day, I'm gonna have something on my shirt. It's just real life, right? That's how it goes around here when things get messy. I'm just going to, not hold myself back from filming because my mouse pad got messed up, right? And sorry if you can hear my neighbors and some sounds outside. So occasionally it can get a little bit loud. But yeah, if you've made it this far, let me know if you watch or listen or both or what. Okay. Okay. So one of the other things I'm trying to do and work on is I have a feature in the app that lets people navigate to what they need within the tool based on what they're experiencing. So if there, some things are like I need clarity on a decision, or I'm feeling stuck, or I need help focusing or prioritizing, I'm feeling lonely, etc. And we have multiple tools to help with each one of those things. So right now it gives you some guidance, and I'd like to be able to make it to where people can enter the experience they're having, the unique experience they're having in their own words, and have it find the right tools to recommend to them. But I don't want it to be AI heavy or AI reliant. If possible, I'd prefer for it to be something that can just like be programmed once, coded once. I don't know how realistic that is to do so. I'm kind of doing some research and brainstorming on that, and that's kind of the last of like the key features I really want to like bring in. And if I have to drop it in favor of not having it be like AI dominant, like I will. I feel like there's probably a way to do it. So we'll see if that's something I keep around or if I just kind of build basis. But see, that's kind of what I was saying before, which is like, by trying to keep it simple, I'm making it more complicated. And if people are coming in feeling overwhelmed and stuck, I don't think it's supportive to have them have to read through like a list of I'm feeling statements or I'm experiencing statements to identify themselves. So I'd want that to be pretty narrow, as to not be too overwhelming in and of itself. So anyway, these are the kinds of things I'm usually thinking about when I'm doing this work, while also doing the actual work itself. Okay, I'm just reading some of this report that I pulled on from my analytics to see which tools are being used the most, so I can prioritize the grid and maybe do some other idea generation around what is going on with the tools that aren't being used, and maybe ask some of my users why they're not using them. Of course, like, there's no pressure to use them. It's just like, can I make it better? Yes or no? Right. Okay, so just reading through some of this stuff, I don't like how some of it's looking, to be perfectly honest, and I have to go through and edit the CSS and decide how I want things to look. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, I'm in my own head a bit. It's interesting, like I said 1,000 times now probably, I'm a very verbal processor and think out loud. Well, I don't think out loud. I'm trying to get into the practice of thinking out loud, because I, right now, am reliant on people to listen to me when I think out loud, and that's uncool at this point in my life. There's so much thinking that has to be done, so I'm trying to get into a place where I am processing and everything more on my own, and thinking out loud more on my own. And that's actually part of how this channel came to be. It gives me a way to think through my real, actual business thoughts that I'm using, and not just like making content like for the sake of it. But yeah, but I still end up trying, kind of occasionally getting into my head a little bit. So okay, which is like totally normal, totally fine. I'm just saying if that's why I'm more quiet from time to time. Okay. There's kind of like two main aspects to, well, guys, maybe three main aspects to this app, where there's like the initial discovery and reports that are more static, and then there's all the tools that are interactive to kind of help take those reports and make them usable and functional things. So I'm trying to figure out, like, do I want the static reports and the interactive tools like merged together in these navigation categories? I think I do, but I'm just kind of thinking it through and typing it into my screen so I can like see in my like mock-up how it would actually look from the user's perspective. So like, you know, and doing some like Google searches and stuff on like UI and UX. Okay, so let's see. That's the other thing, is that like I'm offering this as kind of an extension of like a methodology that I use in my own life and in my own business, and there's like some terms and labels that I use there, like context and reference point and things like that. And so I'm like tempted to use some of that language, but then it can very quickly become jargon that people don't actually know and understand. And then again, they're lost, and then I did not help them properly. So that's out too. But I'm just kind of like thinking through all of those different angles, because I also don't want to like inadvertently like flip-flop them to where like they're almost arguing with each other, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to use words that are similar but different enough. I'm a stickler for words. I don't know if you can tell. I'm a Gemini and we like our words. Okay. article about like UX research right now. Okay, so I think I'm actually gonna go with like knowing that like today or like okay. Okay. Okay, let me go back and now look at my code tasks are getting completed. Okay, let's see. This thing messes up a lot sometimes. Okay, let's see. I'm not happy with this. So I think I'm gonna go with like today as the first drop down, and you get your dashboard and your astrology forecast for the day as two different things. The dashboard has like a preview of your forecast, but not the complete thing on purpose, just to kind of help you get like a quick summary of what matters for the day. And then the astrology forecast would be like the second thing they could get. And then the next one I think I want to do is gonna be like no, I'm second guessing myself. Probably plan. Okay, I think also I don't know what's happening, but like all of a sudden I can't type 1,000 typos, but that's okay. Okay, so I like this direction that I'm doing here. I'm gonna have like the today thing, and then I have a section of the app that helps you see like the patterns from all of your different like personality frameworks and how they help you show up and like in your business. And so I'm working on like making sure that those things make sense. Like where they're gonna go. So for example, I have one that's like, what doesn't fit? Okay. So I'm just kind of making some improvements there. Yeah, some of it's not making sense, and that's okay. I can always fix it. It's just like I feel like it's hard for me to like plan it all out without actually trying things out. I kind of have to like try it and feel it, or say it and feel it, and to really get a grasp on what it is. sure. I think this might be a good time to like wrap it up, but I'll go for a few more minutes because I didn't get anything like solid finished. And that's not what we want, is it? That's a little disappointing. It's okay though. Like, I'm not trying to give myself a hard time on a Sunday night. I just like would prefer to get a little bit more stuff done right now. Okay, so I just got some research. I was just reading through some articles and doing a little bit of research and pasting some stuff in, and I feel like I am losing the plot a little bit here with what it is I'm actually wanting to offer in terms of the navigation. Like, when I'm looking at it, and I'm already starting to feel already overwhelmed. And if I'm overwhelmed, people are really going to be overwhelmed. So, I also have a section that talks about like visual identity and some suggestions for how like you can best represent yourself. And I think that might become something that's more just like a fun tool. Okay. I think I have like a how to show up and a what to avoid as like two separate reports, and I think I'm actually going to like merge them into one so that I don't have too many different places for people to go. I love some of this app when I like haven't been in here for a while since I developed it or used it for myself. I'll go back in and it's like, oh my gosh, it's actually really good. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna make like yeah, I think this is making a lot of sense actually now that I'm getting to this point of seeing it. Like, it's clicking, it's clicking, it's clicking, and that is really important, except some of it is overwhelming still. We're getting there. Okay. And actually, while I'm in here, I'm gonna work on potentially work on like my posts for this week. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not, maybe not. I have already done that. Yes, I did. Oh, good job. Well done, me. I post in my community every Monday, and then I like to put like an educational post up after that, and I already got the educational post written on Friday to go up on Tuesday, so that's good. I already have it done. That makes me feel better. I think I'm gonna have a pretty busy week. Like I said, it's Sunday evening, and it's getting pretty late, but my kids are on summer vacation, so I don't have to get up and out for school tomorrow morning. They have like a summer program, but it's now on Mondays, so that's nice. They're still awake though, I can't really sleep in. You know, the parents out there, if you know, you know. look at like some, oh, okay, some of the live stuff looks so much better. It's like for whatever reason in my dev area things are messed up and I don't want to spend time fixing things that don't need actual fixing, you know what I mean? Okay, this is working, except I feel like it's not very well validated. Like I need to have some conversations with some users or to like send out a survey or something like that. But I send out a lot of emails and I know like I get some emails from people who email like every day. And I'm nowhere near that, but I feel like I email a lot actually. You know what? This is okay, my ADHD coming in hot, but I gotta see now. I've actually forgotten when the last time is that I sent out an email for my services. I have this app, but I'm also a web designer and service provider, and I batch my emails out most of the time and get out of them because I like work in bursts. 7/16, so like 10 days ago. My other stuff is in drafts. I see. I dropped the ball. So let's reread this email. Okay, I actually kind of still like this email, so while my Cloud Code is working on some updates to the app that I wrote out, I'm going to I think the reason I like decided to not send them is because I had added like I got a call to action like the bottom of the email and I never actually like added it to every single one of the emails, so I just added it. See, sometimes multitasking isn't so bad, is it? We'll schedule that to go out tomorrow. Monday at say, let's see, like 10. No, we'll send it out later because I'm gonna send a club email out, so like tomorrow, like 3. Amsterdam time. I am in the Netherlands, so 3 o'clock my time in the Netherlands. Okay. One of my kids is coughing. That's great news. Obviously, I'm kidding. Okay. And then, wait, I could have sworn I sent these out. Am I losing my mind? I'm losing my mind. Okay, apparently. That's really weird. I could have sworn I sent an email out with this headline, but I did not. Okay, that's fine. I'll go ahead and do that, get that scheduled as well. At the call to action section, I used MailerLite, and I can just like add. Oh, okay. I actually need to so I'm not going to schedule this one because it's too much reading for me in this very second. And I don't want to schedule something that I don't like. So let me go to my planner and add a task for tomorrow to reread and schedule draft email services tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so like one part of the big features of this app, if you've been here for any length of time, you'll know that this is like an astrology app as well. And Saturn goes retrograde tomorrow, guys. Probably don't care. It's okay. I care. Okay. Okay. I just got a message from a client asking a question about something I did earlier. I think it's probably some stuff in my last video, so I was responding to them too. And they're at the west coast of the US. They're in like the San Francisco Bay Area, so it's much, much earlier there for them than it is for me here in the Netherlands. It's like 9 hours, I think, time difference. So that's another perk to working at night, is I get to continue to support my like American clients. And I actually, I like it that way. So okay, let's see. Okay. I am like debugging some code and I noticed that some stuff was messed up, so I'm having a debugger check. And it's because I deleted something from a specific report and it had the style sheet in it. So I'm restoring the style sheet. That's critical. Whoops. But that's why we check things, right, guys? Always check your work. Okay. doesn't have a thumbnail, which is not like what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I realize that. But here we are because what the heck doesn't have a thumbnail. Okay, something weird's going on with that. It's okay because like it's not like fully posted or anything yet, but maybe I'll upload a thumbnail instead. It's gonna be kind of crummy, but whatever, like I can fix it later. I just don't want nothing there, right? Okay, it's done. Gonna get stuff checked off the list. One thing at a time. Let's see. Go back over to the app. Oh, this is looking so much better. I'm starting to get super tired, so it might be time to wrap it up. I'm just thinking I have like a report that tells you like your visibility patterns, and then I have a different report that tells it's like a guide. I'm putting the guide under planner. Yeah, and the patterns under reports. I think that's what makes the most sense. Okay. I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. If I'm wanting to like bite off another like piece of the project, or if I want to wrap it up because it's already like getting pretty late. I think I'll stop here because yeah, it's getting late. I'm tired and I don't want to start making mistakes, if you know what I mean. And I have a lot more I want to do, so I'll just try to write it all down and come back at it next time. So thank you for joining me tonight. This one's a long one, and I appreciate you joining me. I hope you found this calm and relaxing, and I will see you next time. Bye.